Okay.
All right. Now we're back on YouTube.
We're still doing.
So hit go live on the phone.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. All right, and we're back.
Okay, so we're streaming, and we're streaming on both, so it's all good. We're eventually going to start working toward the whole idea of streaming only on YouTube. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's all technology.
Yep. Well, it's more of we just want to build up the audience through Facebook, and then switch over to YouTube.
Definitely. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you go to our YouTube page and subscribe, please.
Take Offense hosts.
No. Well, Take Offense is just the YouTube page. Take Offense host is our Gmail.
Oh, okay.
Take Offense podcast is your...
Is the YouTube Take Offense podcast?
Take Offense podcast is our YouTube.
Yep. So yeah, go to that. Subscribe to us, please. Be awesome. We really appreciate it.
So how the whole technology thing works is we to actually do mobile stuff on YouTube, mobile casts, lives, things, streaming. Yeah, we have to have at least 100 subscribers. So what we'll do is we'll do it on YouTube and Facebook for a while, and eventually we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Dude, at some point in time, Google's gonna buy Facebook, and it'll all be the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
We'll just be able to do it straight through there.
But we'll once we get it on YouTube, we can do that mobile, which will be great for us. What are you doing? Weirdo.
Sticking with you.
Once we can do it on mobile, we'll be able to do more remote stuff too, where we're not just all sitting here. We can go wherever we want and do it, which would be cool. Speaking of going wherever we want and doing videos, Thursday, watch live from 7 to 9 Thursday night. We are going to be at Hunt Farm for the Haunted Hunt Club Farm auditions. I'll be doing my audition on Wednesday because we all have to audition. Yeah, I'm not really worried about my audition, but we all have to audition, and
I don't audition.
no, he's a volunteer.
I'm just a volunteer.
But so Thursday, because there's 2 nights of auditions. If you want to come out and audition, please come out and audition. We can always use actors. Try to get yourself a paid spot. If not, they'll ask you to be a volunteer, and that always helps you get a paid spot later. Especially come out and not be a knucklehead and do a good job, you know. So Thursday we're going to be at auditions, and we're going to try to recreate the show that never happened, the one we talk about all the time that we did there with my buddy Nate.
Will he be there?
Nate will be there. He's already said he'll be there. He's excited about it. He had a blast. We had a blast doing that show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
period.
that was weird, dude.
It was, because as soon as I went to save it, it just totally got corrupted, and we don't know why. Because we went back into the show the next week and everything was fine.
On the same computer.
Yep.
So obviously the spirits didn't like it.
But so that one will be strictly Facebook, because we don't have Wi-Fi in the barn. At least none that we hook into. I'm sure they got, because they got offices.
Let's talk to them.
Yeah, maybe they'll let us do it, but we'll see.
Then it'll be all grainy.
Maybe. Yeah, so be sure to be watching on Thursday night. Probably easier for some of you to watch on Thursday night than it is at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Waverly just joined.
Hey, Waverly, what's up, buddy? That's another one we got to get in here. Do a show with us.
He's already had his invitation.
Yep, Waverly it would be awesome to get Waverly in here. He's a wealth of knowledge, and it'd be a blast to have him do the show with us.
Absolutely. That's the one you got to talk to about the charged water.
Yeah. Well, Waverly's my kind of go-to when it comes to inventing paranormal stuff. Anyway, he's.
Of course, you need a laser grid.
We have those.
No. The laser grid to trap the entities.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Containment. The laser containment grid. There, that's what it was called. Until Dickless here. Is that true?
Dr.
Yes,
Noah
it's true.
Faulkner.
This man has no dick.
He was Dr. Noah Faulkner.
He was awesome.
On Biodome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you seen Biodome?
Long time ago.
Yeah, he was the doctor that lost his shit. And you know, wanted to blow up the biodome towards the end of it. You know, I have a lovely stack of coconuts. What was it? Then they had the parrot. I am God. I am God. And then the next thing you see, he's eating like what looks like a chicken leg, and he's got like parrot feathers in his hat. He's like, no, I am God.
Nice. There was a great parrot.
So what do you think you are? You think you're a rocket scientist or something? Well,
Yeah.
Damn.
There was I actually had a buddy of mine, Mike, who was a rocket scientist, and we were at a bar once, and a girl said that to him. She's like, "What are you, some kind of rocket scientist?" And he was like, "Yeah." So, you know, that stuff actually happens.
Not rocket surgery.
Of course it is.
Damn it. Just totally lost my train of thought. Okay, now we got people watching. I guess we can talk about this Georgia cop.
Oh, yeah. So our producer explained the story, and yes,
we can call her by name. We don't just have to say our producer.
Okay.
I like being the producer.
Okay.
She likes being the producer.
She's the producer.
Why?
She hasn't seen the movie, so she doesn't really understand the producers. You haven't seen the producers?
The black and white with
No.
Mel Brooks.
Well, Mel Brooks remade it later with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick and Will Ferrell.
He didn't do the original?
He did the original, but he remade it later.
Oh, he remade it?
Yeah, with Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick, and Will Ferrell.
Oh, I'll have to
Will
watch
Ferrell was the one who wrote and directed Springtime for Hitler.
it. Nice. A little piece of Belgium, a little piece of...
Yes.
I just want peace. A piece of this, a piece of that.
But anyways, this Georgia cop, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, the Georgia cop. So, this young lady's nervous. And she goes, oh, my God.
White girl, by the way. White lady. It makes sense in the story.
It does. And the Georgia cop walks up and says, hey, I need to give you a ticket. And she goes, but I'm afraid you'll shoot me. And he goes, nah, we only shoot black people. Actually, he said, we only kill black people, right? And he's trying to be snarky and put her at ease. Dude.
Who said what up?
It's so...
Was that Waverly?
Don't say snarky stuff when people
No,
are going to
it's
videotape you.
Oh, it's Husak. Dude,
Hey,
Josh,
Husak.
what's up, buddy?
Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, man. Sweet home Chicago.
Sweet home Chicago.
That's right.
But yeah, that's, bad idea.
Waverly said that's one big Twinkie.
That's one big Twinkie. Him?
Oh, fuck you. Waverly's making a Ghostbusters joke.
Oh,
one big
that'd
Twinkie.
be a big Twinkie. Yeah, it would be.
Yes.
Yep. Imagine a Twinkie.
Because we were talking about the containment unit.
Oh, yeah. Yep. The normal paranormal energy is the size of this Twinkie. Now it's 400 feet long. That's a big Twinkie. Georgia cop.
Yeah, so...
Georgia cop, don't be a dumbass. Yes, we know you're being a smartass.
We get it.
But...
it's not the right time for that. And like we were talking about this during
it's
the
like
break.
that comedian who was making 9/11 jokes in 1998. Too soon?
98?
Yeah.
3 years before it happened?
That's why the joke is too soon?
Oh, damn. Anyways.
Whoops.
Yeah. So... Yeah, just don't make those jokes. And like Doc said outside,
Don't shoot black people.
Yeah. Like Doc said outside, we're getting to the point where our police force is going to be like Demolition Man.
Oh, it's totally... The whole society is going to be Demolition Man. A little alarm's going to go, bing! You have violated the personal whatever act. Your phone used to say it all the time.
You violated the Morality Act. Or
Yes.
something.
Verbal
Morality
Act.
Act. Verbal Morality Act, yes. What the fuck? Great movie, by the way.
Yeah, Demolition Man was awesome.
If you have...
We're cops. We're not trained to deal with that kind of violence.
You haven't seen...
Schneider was great in that
Rob Schneider... Okay, if you haven't seen Demolition Man, and you guys know I don't watch a whole lot of movies. Are you about to take a bite of the donut of disapproval?
No, because I don't disapprove of that. I'm just gonna take a bite of a donut.
If you haven't seen it, go see that movie. My favorite Sylvester Stallone movie.
It's one of the best.
Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, in the very beginning, Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Benjamin Bratt,
What?
Rob Schneider.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. Oh, Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. We're gonna paint the town red. I mean, actually, physically paint the town red. Slow down.
Damn it. Who said damn it? Damn it. Somebody said
Waverly.
Waverly.
And he said it's interesting watching both feeds. Slight delay on Facebook. YouTube is about half a second ahead.
Oh, there you
You
go.
can catch what I missed. LOL.
Okay.
What did I miss? Oh.
But no, yeah, it was, and you know,
we watched Demolition Man. It was on 2 or 3 times while we were on our honeymoon in Mexico. We learned how to speak Spanish watching Demolition
I bought a
Man.
double pack. You know when you buy the double pack DVDs?
Mm-hmm.
It was Demolition Man and Over the Top.
Well, one of those DVDs is going to get watched a lot.
I watched Over the Top a couple times. That was a classic when I was a kid. You know, the arm was, yeah.
I love that movie because that was one of the movies that my dad, you know, did have some one-on-one father-daughter son or father.
Father-daughter
son.
Father-daughter son.
She's an only child. There's a problem here.
It's when the father wants a son
Took me out
and
of
he watches it
school
with him.
early, and him and I went and watched that movie in the theater.
Oh, okay.
And it
So
was,
there's one the producer watched in the theaters that I did not.
I didn't either, I don't think.
I don't think I watched it in the theaters.
But no, Demolition Man, if you haven't seen it, go watch that movie. You have to watch that movie, especially since it's kind of predicting the future.
They had the best some of the best lines in there. 'Cause it's a future movie, so Sylvester Stallone can just talk mad shit. And there's one scene talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger Presidential Library, and he goes, "What? That dude was president?" Well, yeah, the blah blah amendment overturned the fact that of naturalization, and
Yeah.
oh my god,
So great. Yeah,
Schwarzenegger's still looking for that, man. He's trying to find a loophole.
No, but yeah, no, it was, and I love how they do that. You know, they did a couple things like Schwarzenegger did it too, in Last Action Hero.
Dude, Schwarzenegger did it in Twins. He's walking through the city looking for his father's and his mother, and he walks past a Rambo poster and looks up at the Rambo poster, and Stallone's all ripped, and Schwarzenegger looks up at the picture and goes,
Yeah,
or something like that.
Last Action
It was
Hero.
awesome.
Last Action Hero, the kid goes into a Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
And so Schwarzenegger in the movie is in character, like he's the character, he's in the movie.
Yeah.
And so the kid's trying to prove to him that he's an actor, so he takes him to a Blockbuster, and they walk in and they turn the corner and it's a Terminator cutout, big cardboard cutout, and it's Stallone on the bike holding the shotgun.
Oh,
and he's like, "No, this isn't supposed to be right." And Schwarzenegger's like, "What are you talking about? This is some of his best work." I love that kind of, because they have that little friendly rivalry.
why is it all 555? Well, that's what we have area codes for.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Demolition Man. Yeah, they had that
Dude,
movie has some awesome lines.
When we were in Atlanta, talking about area codes, the greater Atlanta area, 3 area codes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Houston's the same now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Houston's
god.
been that way. Actually, Houston went to 2 when I was in middle school. So we're talking in the 90s. Houston went to 2.
Well, Virginia Beach to Richmond used to all be 804 when I was younger.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But,
and then we
still
switched
long
to
distance though to
Yes.
certain areas.
but
Long distance. What's that?
Exactly. But we don't really have long distance anymore. I guess really they probably do.
Just
If you
internationally,
have-
really.
Really. So if you get a house phone, there's not long distance anymore.
I think every phone plan just pretty much has unlimited long distance now.
Good, because it's a crock. That was one of the ways they bilked you.
Oh
Long
God,
distance.
yeah. Well, we were living
I mean,
in
you
Texas. Our family's in Oregon.
Yeah.
So my mom was racking up them long distance charges, man, talking to her sisters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Back in those days, when we were still on the 804, Rex had a girlfriend. Now they lived in Chesapeake, right across from Chesapeake Square Mall and Capri Drive, and he was dating this girl in Driver, and from Chesapeake Square to Driver was considered long distance.
Really?
Wow.
And you know
So that's-
that's a 10-minute drive.
Yeah. Better just to
Because
drive
of,
out there.
because of just where the lines were. But there was a friend that they had that was a little bit further than Driver.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't remember what city it was in.
With the whole long distance things, we used to
But
have a
they could
trip.
call them. It
My
wasn't long
my
distance.
aunt lived in New York, and she didn't have a lot of money for long distance. So what she would do is you'd do this thing where you'd call for a specific person, and he goes, "Yes, I've got this person. It's called a person to person. I have a person to person call." And what she would do is do a person to person call to our house for Nick Balovich Sr., which was my grandfather, who passed away when I was 4. But that was the code for my grandmother to call her.
It's kind of like calling collect from a payphone when you're out. You know, you need to get picked up from your parents when you're a kid.
Come pick me up at Jimmy's.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Say your name, please. Pick me up now. I'm ready.
Hey, baby, come on.
One of the kids is up. Well, the only kid that's here is up.
Ah.
There's some.
The other ones are at church.
And
But yeah, no. So yeah, Thursday we'll be at Hunt Club,
Yep, 7-ish.
7-ish. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
still
gonna.
have to let the wife know about that. Forgot about that.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, like I said, subscribe on the YouTube. Get it, hook it up, man. Let's get this blowing up and
Next week,
have some fun, man.
next week will be the Hunt Club thing only because next weekend is my anniversary, so I will not be here on Sunday morning.
Oh well, I wasn't gonna be here Sunday anyway, but that changed. So. Oh, that's the other thing you get to do this Saturday. I'm doing it this Saturday. I was gonna do it Sunday, but
What are we doing Saturday?
Saturday I got invited to Busch
Yeah.
Gardens
Yeah.
to for a beer fest to be the celebrity keg tapper.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
celebrities used very loosely, but yeah, I get to go up. What they do is they have during beer fest they have the Firkin keg. We get to tap the Firkin keg. And it's a special keg that they're brewed specially for the event. One a day,
Mhm.
you know, for the beer fest. And it's, you know, small keg. And I got my itinerary, or kind of what I get to do with it. I get to march out with the Burgermeister and the Beer Maidens,
Nice.
and go up there, and they give me the mallet. Now this isn't your modern keg where you just pop it in and twist, right?
You have to beat it in with a.
You have to hit it with the mallet. You got to. It's one good shot. Get it in there, otherwise beer's gonna spray all over everyone. They have a good time, but no, you gotta hammer it in there, and then I get the first taste of the keg, unfiltered,
Nice.
specially brewed just for this occasion. So that's
Perfect.
pretty cool. And then I get to keep my mug to get afterwards.
I have a friend of mine who used to always talk about some place in Colorado where they actually had unfiltered beer that they'd brew it and it would just live in the basement of this this bar because they call them craft beers now. We used to call them microbrews. So they'd have a microbrew and they'd put all the stuff in the basement, and the basement was in the side of a mountain, so it was always really cold.
Oh wow!
So the beer stays cold all the time.
I just wiped my glasses off and it didn't help at all. All right. Anyways, well, shit. What else is going on in the world? Let us know what's going on in the world, people.
We released that YouTube live chat, so did he comment over there?
Oh, I don't know. We can't see that at the moment.
I don't see.
So you go look at the comments there, babe, and let us know.
YouTube live chats.
Oh, yeah.
Can you mute
Okay.
that?
Yeah, because we're getting double now.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's a work in progress. We're working on it.
Over on YouTube, we've got Waverly over there and our big guy, Scott.
Scott's over there on YouTube. Hey, Scott, what's up, buddy? All right, sweet. So hopefully Scott will be there on Saturday to watch me tap the Firkin keg.
Nice.
I love that.
Tap the keg.
The Firkin
The
keg.
Firkin keg.
The Firkin keg.
I'm caught up on links now, so.
I can say it too.
Goofball.
The youngin is interested in the Firkin keg as well.
Yes.
All right, I got nothing.
You got nothing? What the hell?
Oh, no. I mean, I got nothing for. I don't know. Let's see what we got.
You didn't see any comments on there?
I can't get there because I don't want to start it up and have it get all weird.
What do you mean get all weird?
Wisconsin sends 17,000 pounds of cheese to Houston.
Oh, Smithfield.
Well, that's nice.
Smithfield raised $100,000 and sent 300,000 pounds of protein to Houston.
Nice.
Yep. So good on you guys. You know, that's awesome. You guys are helping my people out, man. I posted the thing about Joel Osteen on my personal Facebook, and I had some people actually defending him, and that really pissed me off. I was very offended. My thing, and one guy says, you're bitching, you're upset about a guy who's states away from you, and you're only getting one part of the story. You're getting secondhand information. You're not actually there. And I said, no. What you're not understanding is I'm upset about a guy in my home city that's not taking care of his own people, and the first-hand accounts that I'm getting are from my friends and family that are there. My sister said, yeah, we could get to the church no problem. That's a first-hand account to me. I'm being told that firsthand by somebody who's there. So don't argue. You're saying all this without doing any research. No, I read both sides of the story.
Waverly said he raised his middle finger to Osteen.
Good. Waverly raises his middle finger to Osteen.
Again,
Fuck you, Osteen.
It's all about, if you take offense, rather than take offense, take a stand. Good on the Mac guy. Good on the people doing stuff. I don't know. Osteen gets his, what does it buy a person to, get all the money in the world and then lose his soul at the end? Obviously the dude doesn't believe in what he's saying, but again, none of our business. Quite honestly, not our problem. The people who are doing good stuff, they need the press, because if we give bad press to Osteen, all press is good. He's going to get 1,000, million more followers just because he's going to go, oh, they didn't understand what I was doing. They didn't understand this, blah, blah, blah. We didn't, we're getting judged, blah, blah, blah. Christians are getting persecuted for blah, blah, blah. And
that's another thing that got posted on my thread.
Christians get persecuted.
No, that's what the guy said. He goes, one person said, yeah, you're saying all this without doing research, and the other guy comes in and says, yeah, it's easy to pass judgment on Christians and Trump supporters. Nowhere in my post did I say anything about Christians or Trump supporters at all. I was talking about Osteen and his fucked up organization.
And Trump and his wife went down there like 2 days later. They went there and started talking with the people.
And so what did the people, and what was the big argument about that one? Melania's wearing high heels. That's your problem with that? Why is that an issue at all? Who cares what the fuck they were wearing?
What do you expect her to do? Throw on...
I know I'm loud.
You want her to... You want her to throw on some Doc Martens and get out there and start digging? It's probably not what she's going to do.
No, because then they call them Nazis for wearing Doc Martens.
Oh, I was just picking whatever kind of
that was a big Nazis wore like the Doc Martens a lot.
I got you. Well, it's hard to judge people by appearances.
I don't care though. I love Doc Martens.
Funny thing about judging people by appearance. I mean, my buddy of mine who was big into Doc Martens, he had a good friend of his who was a skinhead, but the dude wasn't a white supremacist. He just liked the music and liked Doc Martens and liked to shave his head. And I guess there's a skinhead scene. He dug the scene but wasn't into prejudice. And apparently you can wear different color laces, and certain laces mean this. And there's a certain laces that are white supremacists. Certain laces. What?
Black boots with white laces.
Black boots and white laces. Okay, what are the other ones?
That's the only one I knew.
Okay, because then there's another one. There's black boots and
Probably
another...
red.
Probably red or green or something. But if you have a certain color lace, you're not a white supremacist. You're just into skinhead stuff. It's kind of like people who are into punk but don't really want to rape people and take down the...
Rape people? That's where you get from punk?
Oh, well, they had an old interview a long time ago where this guy with a mohawk said, I'm not really punk. If I was really punk, I'd beat the shit out of all these people and rape women and blah, blah. And it's so...
All right, over on Facebook, Waverly said, think we need to start a church. I'm ordained as a Dudist priest.
Dudist priest.
The dude abides.
And then over on the YouTube chat, Scott said, Summerfield's over, winter has come. Everyone have a potato. And
Winter is here.
needs bug yellow rain boots.
Yeah, we get potatoes and bug yellow rain boots and say winter has come.
Yes.
Winter is coming.
And then we have some guy named Winter who just stands in the corner playing with himself. And then when he makes a, we go winter's come.
Donut of disapproval. That I'm going to disapprove. That is the donut of disapproval.
Anyways.
Holy shit. At this point, Winter isn't even breathing hard. So. But I'm glad y'all. I'm glad people are doing good things. In Texas, they just passed a law. It is now legal to open carry swords. So all Highlanders or all Immortals, get to Texas. You don't have to hide your sword in a raincoat. Or however those Highlander people hid them, because those suckers could run around in a Speedo, and all of a sudden they pull a 5-foot sword out of nowhere. It's like, where the hell did you have that hidden?
Yeah, it's like, where did the Kurgan keep his sword? He was wearing some tight leather shit.
And all of a sudden he'd pull out a 5-foot two-handed sword nowhere.
That took effect on Friday.
Forgive me, Father.
I
am but a worm.
Nuns. No sense of humor. Hello, ladies. I know, we're actually doing this backwards.
Yeah. No, the best line that had to do with the Kurgan was Sean Connery's.
My cut has improved
Yeah,
your
I
voice.
see my cut has improved your voice.
Yeah.
Such a great line right before he dies. But spoiler alert from 1986.
Yeah,
right. Speaking of spoiler alerts, what was I thinking? I was just thinking about this too. We watched something. It's not Game of Thrones. I'm not going to give that up, even though it's in almost a week. Whatever.
I'm still on
you're still,
6.
Really?
I got one more. I've got like 15 minutes of episode 6.
Wait, of episode 6 of the last season?
This season.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're surrounded.
Oh, yeah, you ain't seen shit yet. Oh, shit. Shit is going down. And shit's name is Daenerys. Anyways,
She just jumped off the battlements. She got a raven.
No, it gets tight there at the end, man. On episode 7, so.
Did you know the little wilding chick that Jon Snow hooked up with? They're actually like a thing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, she was in the last Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
Because I kept going, I know her from somewhere. And I finally pulled her up and said, oh, the only place I know her from, because the only thing she's ever done is Game of Thrones.
If you look, there's a lot of crossover with Harry Potter, too. Like, a lot of the actors were in both. Oh, yeah. Well, Walder Frey.
Well, yeah.
Was Mr. Phillips.
I mean, you grab so many British speakers, you're gonna, how many freaking actors are you gonna play?
Dinklage is American.
Yes.
Dinklage is from Jersey.
Isn't he the only one?
I'm pretty sure.
It's like he's like, oh shit, I gotta get it. I mean, but you gotta figure, if he's surrounded by British people, getting the accent's probably not that hard.
Well, he talked about that. It was funny in a video. I think he was on Conan or something, and Conan's like, so where do you guys actually film? He's like, Jersey. The mountains of New Jersey.
Really?
And we all have castles out there, and they call us to the set with ravens. No, they film in like Iceland, Ireland. They film in like Croatia, like a ton of different places.
Croatia's awesome.
Which is why they're pushing farther back with filming, because
wait for winter.
Exactly, because well, okay, I was about to say something. I was about to spoil something that happened at the end of the episode, but yeah, winter's here, so we gotta, they gotta be able to do it in the snow.
Wait, said he's an angry elf.
He's an angry elf.
Waverly's an angry elf.
Or Dinklage is.
Dinklage.
Oh, he was in Bad Santa. No, was it Bad Santa?
No, he wasn't.
Or was he an elf? He was an elf. He was an elf.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. That's right, he was an elf. But yeah, he's Sir Hung.
Was that from the
Knights of Badass?
Nice and Badass?
He was Sir Hung.
I actually watched that. You don't get a weapon. You get a dagger.
It is not the size of the weapon, but the motion in his thrust. Oh God! And what's bad is because that movie's about LARPing, but it's also like a sci-fi fantasy type thing, where they actually like raise a real demon. And so you got LARPers that have to fight a real demon.
And we're out.
But it's one of those movies that is so over the top. It's fucking hilarious. Kind of like more of a lower budget version of, not version, but a lower budget style of Your Highness.
Oh my God, that was great. Did I ever give that back to you?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
I'm gonna have to look too.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Really good movie. Danny McBride and James
I was just
Franco.
about to finish thinking about you.
Somebody in here is cultivating some glorious herbs. when they start smoking the hookah with the
I think you need to repack this. It's not doing anything for me.
I'm getting visions. Handle your shit, Fabius.
Can you see the horrible visions? I think you need to repack it.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not getting anything.
Oh,
I think my brother was molested by a wizard.
That's one of those movies where you look at some of the cast and you're like, well, because one, the dad, the king,
Yeah.
that's Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
So you're like,
He's been in everything.
How the fuck did they get him to play that? Well, he was also, there's another callback. Last Action Hero. He was the bad guy with the glass eye. But yeah,
you pulled a 360 on me. No, I pulled a 180 on you. If I pulled a 360, I'd still be with you. What? Boom.
Yep. But it's like you look at like Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they get her for that role? Like, you know, you see these actors who are known for like doing really a high budget, classy movies. Talk about
Everybody wants to get paid.
Oh yeah, but talking about like Clerks 2. Kevin Smith talked about that. He's like, I didn't think ever that we would get Rosario Dawson because she was all about doing like the classier flicks and independent films and things like that. He's like, but what's funny is, so we brought her in to interview her and audition her and stuff like that, and she said, "Oh no!" As soon as I read the donkey show scene, I was in. She's like, when would I ever get a chance to see something like that ever again?
Yeah.
And poor Zach Knudsen. He was Kiki Kelly. Oh. He was the... he was the sexy stud.
He was the sexy stud.
Sexy stud, yeah. That poor guy. I miss my donkey.
That poor donkey. Oh my God.
That poor donkey. That donkey loved it.
Should never go ass mouth.
Never go ass to mouth. That only in a Kevin Smith movie could you have a full dialogue about going ass to mouth. I don't know, maybe a Tarantino movie.
Dude, a Tarantino movie, they'd show it. That dude is crazy. The only thing that stops that dude from going way too far is what still passes as, rated R, rated. I mean, do they even have rated X anymore?
Yeah, and then the in between is NC-17.
In the old days, how things worked was you had PG, PG.
Who was also in Golden Child?
R. Yeah, he was the demon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And but then you had X, double X, and triple X. Now you have movies in the theater and porn on the computer. They don't really seem to bother with this X, double X, anything anymore.
Not really.
I mean,
you got like NC-17, which is like softcore.
NC-17. I mean, the South Park movie, they tried to get NC-17 and couldn't pull it off.
They tried to do that to Deadpool too.
They tried to get NC-17 and they couldn't do it.
No. They were pushing for R, but MPAA kept trying to say it was NC-17.
So they just had to go back and cut out a couple more cuss words.
Yep.
Their ratings are completely based on how many times certain words are used.
Then how did the Kingsman get R? Because the Kingsman, the first hour, they tried to break the record for fuck.
Because there was less sexual content. Deadpool
How
was
did
full of
Beetlejuice
sexual
get a
content.
PG rating?
Yeah,
that?
Beetlejuice was PG.
How did Beetlejuice get a PG rating?
Because he only said fuck once.
But it shouldn't have been a PG rating.
Because you're not supposed to say fuck at all.
PG-13? Was it PG-13 or PG?
I think it was PG.
It's PG.
But it shouldn't have been PG or PG-13.
All I know is
F-bomb.
I saw it in the theaters at the noon showing with a bunch of kids around. And when he goes, nice fucking model, we all just froze. We were like woodland creatures. We just stopped moving.
Are we allowed to laugh?
And there were all these mothers with their kids, and it was like, what's going to happen?
Hey, kid, turn that down. We're filming.
Turn it off. Off.
Lord, go back in your room. Damn it.
Don't make us lock you in the closet. Again.
Well, I can go in there myself.
Hunter, get back in your cell.
What?
Anyways.
I have a patient who's awesome. This guy is an absolute hoot, and he is like the master of the inappropriate comment. And it turns out that get in your room.
Go away.
And he his son, I'm trying to remember what happened. He broke his arm, or he fell and hit his face, and he's got like a swollen eye or something that happens. And he walks in, and they're in the emergency room, and the doctor's checking you out, and he goes, wow, you took a... He goes, man, what happened to you? And the kid looks at the doctor and goes, I'm supposed to tell you I fell. And turns around and walks away. At 9 years old, that was his kid's response. I'm supposed to tell you I fell. Just walked away.
Wimberly said RoboCop was going to be X-rated because of violence, but it was toned down to R.
Wow. What was the other one I was just... Accepted. Was like one fuck away from being R. So the last fuck was actually in the end credit scene, and they bleeped it. So they got its PG-13. Because at the end, Lewis Black said fuck in the post credit scene, and which I'm like, how can you make a Lewis Black movie and not make it R?
Lewis Black was awesome. When he's discussing how business really works, that's like the most accurate thing ever. That's not even comedy.
No.
That's like real shit right there. He goes through the whole thing, and it's like, oh my god, he's not joking. That's real.
He was talking about getting your ass chewed, and he's like, my ass looks like hamburger meat, but I can still sit down.
Crazy.
Oh, his stand-up is great, too, if you ever watch Lewis Black stand-up.
The last Lewis Black that I tried to watch seemed so forced that I had to actually turn it off.
Really?
Yeah. Because I love his comedy, but it was like, who's the other guy who's... There's Dennis, the other Dennis, the guy who tries to be all...
Miller?
Dennis Miller. And then there's, crap. I lost his name.
Never heard of him.
He's a great kid. He does really intellectual humor, but Miller and this other kid, they tried so hard to be clever that it just jacked their timing up, and by the time they got to the punchline, I was done with the joke. It was like, it wasn't funny anymore. It was like, oh, if you had said that punchline like halfway through the joke, it would have been funny. But
Gotcha.
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. Oh, dude, his last one, was it Money for Clap or Last for Clapping or something like that?
I don't know. All I saw was his
Jokes for Clapping.
A few years ago, I tried to watch a Patton Oswalt one, and
I thought the last one
and I wasn't
really
impressed.
good.
But I don't know. Maybe I was just in a weird mood. Maybe I was in a mood for, more like.
He was in one of my favorite flicks. Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
I watched the beginning of that, and I need to watch the whole thing
do.
because it actually looked rather clever.
It is very well done. Ben Stiller did a great job. He actually directed it too. Did a great job in it. Sean Penn was awesome in it. But yeah, Patton Oswalt's like his Match.com representative.
Nice.
Like he's like actually calling Match.com to figure out why he can't click on some chick or something like that. And
Nice.
yeah, it's really, really good. Really good. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw this. Monday night at the Tides game, our local AAA baseball team, the Norfolk Tides, Christian Nairn was there. Christian Nairn.
Who?
Hodor. Hodor was there. They said he was supposed to sign autographs for an hour. Ended up being 2 hours, and they still didn't get to everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold the door.
Now, the
Hold the
funny
door.
thing about that was tickets for a Tides game were typically like $12 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
That night they were $28.
Oh, so they doubled the
Did they
ticket
really?
price just for Hodor signatures. And that's...
And I think they do that more for crowd control than anything
I can see that too.
because of the extreme popularity of Game of Thrones.
Well, that's the what you call it? That's capitalism at its best.
Mhm.
You find a price where people are still going to come in, and they're not going to, you'll keep out the cheapies, and you'll find the people who really still want to get in there.
You know, and we run into that. I hear that a lot about Hunt Club. Because you know how the price does go up out there. I mean, the stuff we do is not cheap. And you got...
Dude, they build like legit sets
Yeah.
out there.
You got to pay actors, one.
Yeah, got to pay the managers.
You got to pay the
Got
managers,
to pay the people to build all the stuff.
which are the managers. We go out there as volunteers to help build. The managers are the ones who get paid. Which is, I mean, they deserve it. But people, complain to me about how expensive it is, and I'm like, okay, you pay, I think last year was $29.
Was it?
Yeah. Last year was $29. You have 3 events. Field of Screens, Village of the Dead, Hayride. And there's usually something going on in the barn. Band or they do Farm Factor, which is kind of like Fear Factor. There's usually stuff going on in the barn too. They got the carnival out front. But you pay $29 and you can go through all 3 of those events for 4 hours as many times as you want. Okay? Or you can spend $70 and go to Hell Scream. Now, mind you, I love Hell Scream too. Don't
And
get me
Hallow
wrong.
Scream is 3 times longer because you can be there for 12 hours.
But the scary
No,
stuff
but the
doesn't
scary
start
stuff
till
doesn't start till 6.
Oh, that's true.
So,
But then you can ride rides.
yeah, you can ride rides and stuff, but I mean, you're paying for a Busch Gardens
And
ticket.
you're going to pay out the nose for food at Hallow Scream.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a carnival set up for food at Hunt Club.
You pay out the nose for it there.
You do pay out the nose for it. It is.
Carnival concession prices.
Yep.
The carnival people.
Yep.
Carnies. Small hands. Well, you hold your hand up. There we go. Small hands.
No, that.
Because that's the difference.
They work just fine.
Shut up. The Clerks cartoon did that. Did you ever see the Clerks cartoon?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, it was only 6 episodes.
It's long,
And I have them all on DVD. But they had, because it was, Jeff Anderson and Brian Christopher Halloran, in the, quick stop.
Quick stop.
And at one time there was a carnival going on across the street. So you see these 2 carnies walk in, and one of them goes, do you have any electrical tape? And the other one's like, do you have any black tar heroin? Fuck.
Did you guys ever talk about the carnival ride?
Yeah, we did.
I thought so.
The one that
Oh,
came
Ohio,
apart and
yeah.
everybody went flying in different directions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tighten your bolts, people.
Actually, it was a weld.
A weld broke.
Mhm.
Dude, that happened. First time.
Something that broke.
First
down
time
over-
Cody ever got on a table. It wasn't my table. It was somebody
Right.
else's table. The weld broke.
Yep.
And Cody was like, what the hell? I'm like, how about, buddy? And I'm like, that's a crappy weld. And we looked at it, and this main piece of metal, which supports you when you're laying on this thing, was tack welded. How it survived as long as it did, I have no idea. But it was
I
just...
can tell you how it survived as long as it did. Because when I got on it, I was 350 at the time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's supposed, those tables are supposed to be rated for like 1,000 pounds. I have a portable table that's rated for 1,000 pounds. You can throw, and a buddy of mine up in Pennsylvania's got one, and he's had it since the early 90s, and he adjusts like football players on it.
Oh wow.
He takes it out to, I don't know if he works with the Eagles or who he works with, but he works with professional football players, giant 300-400 pound guys, and he's adjusted them for years, and the thing's still solid as
Oh
well.
wow, that's cool.
So we looked at that thing and we were like, that's a tack weld. That's bullshit. So
Where
we
were
ended up
before that.
Clerks.
Clerks, yes, Clerks cartoon. That's right.
But yeah, so that's
Carnies and stuff like that.
Carnies. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
so we put a 4x4 in there and it was like, oh, there you go. That's done.
But yeah, you know what I was saying with Hunt Club though. I mean, you got to look at a lot of people don't understand the overhead involved. And last year was a little harder on us because we had to do some extra work out there after Matthew hit.
Oh, that was the other thing we were talking about. Everybody turn southwest, and blow really hard and keep, what's the next
Irma.
one? Irma. Keep Irma away from us. Got to keep Irma away because
Please do.
they had like a tropical storm that hit us last year, and it flooded the hayride, like lakes worth of crap. It was muddy. The whole, I mean, I think it was the very end, like the last
deep.
weekend.
It
It
ruined
was
my
just
birthday.
muddy.
Matthew.
Was that on your
Matthew?
birthday?
That was my birthday.
Was that
weekend.
Matthew?
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
You sure?
Yes.
It was her birthday.
It was my birthday weekend because
They had
we were
to-
supposed to do the overnight with my friends.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And
That's
They-
I was leaving Portsmouth to try to get to Ferry and got caught in downtown Portsmouth in the floodwaters.
Yep.
Yes, because he had to go get you in the truck.
Yeah.
Or the
Well, no, my friend came and got me in. Well,
the
she
4x4.
was going too, but
Yeah.
she was going.
But yeah, it
we
was
got to her place in her SUV.
it was so deep that I remember that because I had a patient who showed me pictures of her house in Portsmouth, and there were people or a video of somebody walking, and they were waist deep in water, walking across the street in Portsmouth.
And if Irma's as bad as they say it's going to be, we don't need to get hit by it.
Yeah, it needs to go up and hit New York.
Yeah, and last time we got hit by a hurricane with an eye. Look what happened.
Yep.
Isabel.
Isabel. Yep.
Yeah, we have to get some stuff set
14
up.
years ago.
We'll have to. I'll have to go make sure I've got some propane for the grill and get it all set up.
I think we're pretty
Thank
good
God
here.
our
We're close enough to Centerra to be on their grid. So.
nice, and you got a gas range.
Mm-hmm.
Gas ranges are important. Now, do you have a gas oven as well?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. So you're fine. Now, when you light your gas oven and your gas range, have matches because when the electricity's out, that tick, 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 tick doesn't work anymore, and you'll
Yeah.
just kill yourself with gas.
Right.
So when you turn your stove on, you still have to put a match in the stove like the old days.
Yep.
For a public service announcement, don't be a dick. But
Oh yeah, we did forget that.
we
Holy
totally
crap!
forgot that.
Wow.
But we also need matches if you're going to run, like we have a gas cooktop, and super handy when the power goes out.
Good question.
Quick question.
Scott over on the YouTube live chat is stating that he still plans on volunteering at Haunted Hunt Club Farm Amy 2 to 3 times. Can you tell everyone how it works?
Oh, okay. Volunteering.
Volunteering.
Okay.
You got to get your paperwork in too.
Yeah, well, you can do that when you come in to volunteer. That's fine. You don't have to come to auditions. It would be cool if you did. I'd love to see you there for one, but I know school starts this week, and Scott's a teacher, so it's going to be probably a little difficult for him to come down here. He lives up towards Busch Gardens area. So the way volunteering works, you let us know that you're coming if you know somebody out there. If not, message the Facebook page, the Hunt Club Farm Facebook page, tell them you want to volunteer and where you want to volunteer at, or you can message me on Take Offense, and I'll let you know if you want to come out to the hayride. I'll let you know the details on how to come out there.
It's going to be this Wednesday and Thursday.
This Wednesday and Thursday is auditions, the
For the
6th and 7th.
auditions.
Yeah. But you can message me and I can tell you how to volunteer. But basically, you just show up. You got to fill out paperwork. That's the way it works. If you volunteer 4 times, they give you 4 free tickets to give out to your friends. And if you sell them, you will never be allowed back there again. They're for comp. They are not for you to sell. That's how it works. They gave them to you, because you helped volunteer. You don't need to sell that crap.
They do. I think it's important to say that they do charge an upcharge on those free tickets for weekends.
Yeah, look at the tickets. That's how it's been in the past, but read the ticket because there is an upcharge for certain nights, or there was at least in the past. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten my tickets this year yet.
We got tickets from the Zombie Wars, which they're not doing this year.
No, Zombie Wars is done.
If you go to something,
don't be a dick.
And you get injured, yeah, go ahead and bring it to the attention of people while you're there. Get that documented. But don't go home for a couple of days and then come back and say, I was injured.
And I'm going to sue you.
Give me a big pile of money.
Guy broke his arm and threatened to sue.
Serious?
Yep.
All it takes is one dick. And Zombie Wars was fun.
And they raised money.
Yeah.
Charity.
They had a great time.
So, yeah, this guy was just being a dick. He fell. He was running in gravel. Come on now. And fell and broke his arm. But didn't tell anybody about it. So, yeah. You're a dick. Anyways, but what you do is you come out to whatever event you're going to volunteer at. You got to be there at a certain time. They'll let you know what time you need to be there to start getting in makeup. And the way it works for volunteers is because the paid actors and the regular volunteers kind of know where they're going to be already. Well, the paid actors usually they are set in spots. And then the volunteers, we basically shove them where we need them. You may come out to volunteer one night and, like last year with doing Insane Asylum, maybe you're going to be put in the psychiatrist's office as the patient. And, because the doctor in the psychiatrist's office was a skeleton. So maybe you'll get put in there as a patient. So you got to act all crazy and yelling at the skeleton. Or maybe you get put on the pharmacist stage and you're the bipolar pharmacist. Or not bipolar, but schizophrenic pharmacist. Who is both the patient and the doctor. It's just wherever it's wherever you're going to get set. Maybe you're just going to be a regular character in this section. Maybe you're just going to be a zombie in the graveyard type of thing. It all depends on where you're needed. That's how we do the volunteers. Like I say, if you volunteer 4 times, you get 4 free tickets to give out to your friends. Or if you just want to come on a night and bring some people, that's cool too.
That's what we did.
Yeah,
took the daughters.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun though. It is a blast. If you can make it out to volunteer, please do. We could always use them, always. And it helps the more people we got out there to give breaks on heavy nights. Fridays and Saturdays are the heaviest nights, and there's nights where you don't have time for anything in between wagons. I mean, it's you guys know I smoke. I'll light the same cigarette 3 times. Because I light it, take a couple puffs. Crap wagon, put out my cigarette, go back to it. But yeah, it gets that insane, and sometimes you just need a break. So you grab another actor, say, "Hey, take my stage for a second," Or I had to do that last year when I got headbutted.
Okay, Waverly's asking, Scott's asking also if you have a child or a minor, what do they do? Stay near a parent?
Yes, your child will stay near you. You'll be put in the same scene. That's how it works. I mean, because they want you to be close. And they say this at orientation. They're not babysitters. They're not there to watch your kid. Yep. Which is why there's a certain age limit out there for actors without parents.
Which is? Any idea?
I believe it's 16. Yeah, I mean, and it would be good to come to orientation too. I'll let you know when that is. If you're going to be a volunteer, that way you can get an idea of what's going on, what the show is, and what your responsibilities are. Because, yeah, you're a volunteer, but you still have the same responsibilities as an actor.
Scott said he'd be the schizo doctor and Amy would be the little crazy girl patient.
That was last year, though, so this year's completely different. And
she needs to be the doctor, and he needs to be the patient.
We did that. We did that last year on the psychiatrist stage. We put Francine and her son on the psychiatrist stage and flipped them. Because we did it where she was the doctor and he was the patient, and then we flipped it after a few wagons, and it worked really good. But the kid was good when and they've been out there for a few years, but Drake did really good when it was when he was the patient, because he's up there and he's sitting on the couch. He's kind of rocking there. He's like, I can taste purple. Like that. I was like, that was really good.
We actually have it's elderberries, and I can't remember what the stuff's called, but it's
what your mother smells like.
It's purple and it's elderberries, and apparently they're really good for you if you're not feeling well, or to augment your immune system. And that's what my wife calls it, is taste like purple.
Nice.
Because it's purple. So she goes, where's the taste like purple? And that's our... Because she doesn't know what it's called either.
Is that like when people say, what's your favorite Kool-Aid flavor, and people say red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Red.
Cherry,
Well, did you see the
strawberry?
thing? It's like, if you come across somebody and they know the actual name of the flavors of Gatorade and not just the colors, they're obviously cops. And he goes, well, what about the light blue or the dark blue? Nice try, narc. Or something like that.
Wow.
Whew.
Okay. But yeah. Please come out, volunteer. Come out, auditions on this. You know what?
What?
If you come out to auditions on Thursday,
You'll find out all the information.
not just that,
And you can come talk to us.
you get to see the show live, in person. Ask us questions right there. Don't interrupt me, or I'm going to throw something at your head. But kind of raise your hand and be like, hey, I got a question. We'll answer your question live, like we do with you guys on Facebook and YouTube now. So,
Waverly said, well, crap.
well, crap, what?
Probably because he can't interrupt you. I don't know.
You're doing a good job of it.
Well, I got you.
That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to interrupt us.
No, she's not.
Something.
I was a radio producer. I know how this shit works. Roz didn't interrupt Frasier, did she?
Yeah,
Yes, all the
Shit.
time.
Damn it.
That's how it works.
Roz was a slut, though. Nobody cares. Anyways. Bong. But yeah, come out to auditions Wednesday, Thursday at Hunt Club.
If I hadn't represented you and Lunchbox, would have gotten.
Yeah, make sure you come out there. Watch us live 7 to 9-ish on Thursday. We'll be out there.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe.
That way we'll be able to get things
Share the video.
Yeah, it won't be on YouTube on Thursday. We got to do it on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yes.
but share the video. I don't know. Maybe we can get 100 by then. We're at 9.
Completely possible.
It is completely
Post
possible.
Something controversial that people want to.
All right, I'll put some tags on the video, like I don't know what's gonna be the hot topic right now.
Georgia cop killers.
Kim Kardashian's ass.
That's never a hot topic.
She always is.
No.
Live or nudes exposed, nudes leaked. Whose nudes are we leaking?
Scott said you're too short to be Frasier.
Fuck you, Scott. B. Arthur nudes leaked. There we go.
B. Arthur.
That's a current topic, right?
Where are my naked pictures of Ernest Borgnine?
Don't sign bare naked ladies.
That's how they got the name. Marketing.
Bare naked ladies.
You know how they got their name, right?
Because bare naked ladies.
They weren't selling, or they weren't getting people to come to their shows. So they changed the name of the band to Bare Naked Ladies, so the marquee would say live tonight, Bare Naked Ladies.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So they had a thing where they had a pool party with the bare naked ladies, and they, the guy on the radio guy said, "Yes, come get naked with bare naked ladies," and they were like, "Oh, that's not what we're about."
It was like
Screw it.
PCU.
And so all these naked people were at the pool, and they were like, the bare naked ladies went, "Screw it!" They took off their clothes, came running out of the limousine, butt naked,
Nice.
jumped in the water.
Well, it's like PCU. The name of the band, Everyone Gets Laid.
Everyone gets
So
laid.
live tonight at the pit, Everyone Gets
Gets
Laid. All right, guys. It's afternoon.
And we're done.
Yeah, I gotta go out to the hayride and do some shit, and
Hopefully it'll be a pretty day.
it actually looks like it's gonna be a nice day. It's been raining the last couple days.
Yeah,
But,
we gotta soak up some water.
yep. But okay, guys, we'll talk to you guys Thursday.
Peace.
Later.
I gotta
Finish?
finish.
Yep.
Finish.
Right, okay, all the
Boom.
links.
stop streaming.
What's the YouTube login information?